Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another comic book review. Now, the first 4 issues of Chariot have definitely been an awesome ride, but as we reach the 5th and final issue in this series, there's definitely some questions that need to be answered, like, will Jim get his son back, and just what hoops will Gillian have to go through to stop her evil sister, Delia? Those questions will be answered as I get on with my comic book review for Chariot Issue number 5. As issue 5 opens, we see Delia going through a painful rejuvenation process to get her physical body up and moving. Now, in the virtual reality world, she is much more relaxed, but her blood pressure is about to go up a few points as she gets a visit from her sister, Gilian. Gillian has come to tell her that they don't need to have this throwdown, and she wants to do whatever it takes not to have this war. But for Delia, this is not in the cards, as she needs her sister to share her immortality with her before she dies. But Gillian will tell her that if she knew how to share her power, she gladly would. But Delia doesn't buy into it because she knows that her sister knows she would use her powers for no good, and also who she would share them with. But this is when Gillian will show some sisterly compassion and ask her who does she work for and how can she help. But Delia will tell her that while she spent all those years in that car, the world changed and she is just their weapon now. From here, the sisters will bicker back and forth like sisters do. That is until Delia comes to the realization that this has all just been a ploy to stall her. Now, we learned in a past issue that Gillian has the ability to be in 2 places at the very same time. So while she's busy in one reality distracting her sister and keeping her busy, she's also in another reality with Jim as they approach a house where his son is being kept. While Jim wants to go running into the house to save his son, Gillian tells him that would surely lead to his demise, as Delia is sure to be ready to attack. And the best plan of attack is to have patience, something her sister doesn't have. Now, this was definitely a good call, as Delia, who's doing her best Evel Knievel impersonation, comes crashing through the house. Jim, of course, will want to go in and rescue his son, but Gillian insists that it's still not safe until they finish off her sister. Now, as Jim will do his best Dominic Toretto impersonation, Gillian will ask him if he believes he can handle the situation on his own, and that if he can, she'll try to go and look after his son, because in a situation like this, she can't be in 2 places at the same time. Now, Jim seems pretty confident that he can handle a woman on a motorcycle. But as Delia comes to a screeching halt, she shows off that she's anything but just a woman on 2 wheels, that essentially she's equipped with technology that should never exist. Gillian will give Jim a quick pep talk and remind him of something she has told him before, and that's to set himself free. As Gillian heads off to take care of Jim's son, artist Priscilla Portrays and colorist Marco Lesko once again continue doing a masterful job of not just telling an awesome fight sequence, but make us really feel like we're along the same ride as Jim. Now, just as it looks like Delia is going to come out on top, Jim just decides to floor it, that if he's going down, he's taking her with him. As both sides look to be down for the count, Delia will tell Jim with her last breath, "You'll never be free. Someone will always hunt you." As we cut to 3 days later, Jim and Sadie's son is home safe and sound. And while Sadie would like to have her family back again, especially since now all the people who were after Jim will believe he has vanquished, Jim has other plans, as he intends on heading off with Gillian and go after the crime syndicate Delia was working for. Now, from what Jim and Gillian have been able to uncover, it said Delia was getting her orders from someone in Japan. And while that's a long ways away, it looks like they intend on making a few other pit stops along the way. And now the only thing for Jim to do is put the pedal to the metal and drive. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give issue number 5 of Chariot a 9 out of 10. With so many comics on store shelves, a lot of times gems like this just get overlooked. Chariot was a series I thought sounded interesting, and ever since picking up issue number 1, I've been highly anticipating each and every issue. Now, when this issue does come to its conclusion, it does say it's the end of volume 1, so I'm really hoping that the creative team will be jumping back into the fast lane so that we can go on another joyride with Chariot. Alright guys, well, that's going to wrap up my comic book review for Chariot issue number 5. Now, if you read this series, comment down below, because I would like to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this series, and would you like to see future stories with them in the future? I definitely would. Alright guys, if you like comic book reviews and all things pop culture, make sure you stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.